Attention. Go.
And this race, after various delays, is underway. Point one for Colombia, keep it out of the booms on the Temple Island. They've done that, so that's part two of the race. They've got to the start and they're underway. Now, can they lift their performance, somehow channel out all that adrenaline from the worry about whether they're even going to be able to compete, how this new boat would perform? Now they've got to do it, they're on the river, and at the moment they are keeping pace with Oxford Brookes, but if they manage to do it for much longer in this race, that will be a mighty effort, because they are good, Oxford Brookes.
Yeah, absolutely. Oxford Brookes, they're in their own boat. They're 12 kilos a man heavier. We have got a heavyweight boat against a lighter crew, perhaps in someone else's boat, and that is tough, isn't it? Because those moments when you put the boat on the water, I've managed to put my blades in the wrong way round, but to break a rigger, to have to change boats, what's going through these guys' heads? And now with Oxford Brookes rowing away from them in these early stages, this is going to be a real test of their character.
A long, old row. It's sunny, it's warm, but this will hurt. The frustration of not being able to compete as they would have thought on a level playing field. But the bottom line is, their opposition, Oxford Brookes A, the 2014 winners, the top university boat, possibly the varsity lightweight champions, they are possibly in the form of their lives, and it would have been a mighty effort, even if they'd had their own boat, to have taken the fight to them. But already we can see they're into clear water and they are building a huge lead, and it's going to be a learning curve, shall we say, a learning experience, because look at the wave, look at Oxford move, absolutely majestic.
Yeah, Richard Spratley masterminds the Oxford Brookes programme. Henry Bellhatch, he sits there and he does the coaching of day-to-day, and they have such a big stable of oarsmen and women which to pick from, and this is a real fight to get selection for this boat. And you know, James Stanhope, his father a steward, he won't be umpiring this boat, has really fought to get his way into this stroke seat, and you know, it's an exciting boat. They know what it takes to win Henley Royal Regatta. This Temple event, huge entry this year, great opportunity, and we're looking at one of the favourite crews here in the Oxford Brookes A.
So this is a chance, if you're watching on BT Sport or YouTube, if you're coming along for the weekend, you will be watching now one of the crews who could be very much in contention to be in the final on Sunday. So have a watch of this technique and the power which they are showing, because they are leaving Colombia behind, albeit if you're just joining us, they had a problem with their rigger and therefore they're not in their usual boat. They were given this replacement shell, but for Oxford Brookes, this is a show of strength, and they probably hope their rivals are watching.
And it's interesting that this boat were semi-finalists. The Oxford Brookes, we've seen them win Henley before, but we have the Colombian boat. They were semi-finalists this year. We have some of the returning men, and they would have dreamt to get to the final and go in one better. They've come here, met this very, very strong crew on Friday, and this is what can happen here at Henley. You know, we select crews as stewards to keep certain crews apart. We do not seed crews. Some crews are qualified, some come through the qualification regatta, but the best crews, you know, are capable of winning every day, and they have to be.
2 stone a man difference, and it's counting and it's telling. Yes, the Colombian are the top university level boat in the United States, but this is a heavyweight crew with heavyweight ambitions, and they're just clearing the water and leaving their rivals trailing behind them. And if you look at their overall record this season, the winners at the head of the river in March, they were knocked out by the eventual winners, of course, weren't they? Nero's from Holland on the Friday's event last year, but they are always in contention, and this is just as a sharpener, as you might say, for the weekend. It's a really good workout, and it's a great boost, and you can see what 2 lengths advantage, and they're just coming up the enclosures now. They will enjoy the roar from their supporters. Yeah. They've got the shades on, they're enjoying it.
Last year, interesting, though, both crews, Nereus won that race, Oxford Brookes went under the old record, so we know this was an absolutely class crew that was knocked out by an even more on-form crew on the day, but these guys that have been dreaming of this for the last 362 days probably. There's a couple more days to go from that moment, and boy, they're making sure of it today. Strong, long, efficient, getting those blades in, using their legs, using their backs. Good work.
Urged on by Harry Brightwell, the Cox. Not letting them relax. Colombia go again.
And looking at this, we discussed, you know, do you do the full course, do you press on? How do you use these early stages to make sure you're ready for the next race? And Oxford Brookes, they've pressed their way through. They haven't taken their foot off the gas in any way. They are here, they mean business, and they're going to shut every door they can on the opposition in this two-lane racing.
It is one of those events more than any other, and I know this seems to be banging a drum, but it's a familiar tune as well, in the sense that those who do well at Henley know that they will be, they have a target on their back. Those who don't succeed as they thought they were going to do, that is a constant. Every morning, when you get up at those ungodly hours to go training, to go out on the outings, to get on the ergo, whatever it is, it's just constantly one word, Henley. And if you have not achieved what you wanted, that's all you need to say, and still you continue. Crack the ice, off whatever you want to do in terms of getting to the outing, but that's what drives you on, and that's what's driven Brookes, Oxford Brookes on to the finish. Mighty, mighty impressive. A case of what might have been for Colombia.
They say it doesn't matter what happens to a man, it happens how they respond, and they have responded with dignity and with pride. Look at that.